to Arthie Moore live on IBGR.network. An absolute privilege to be with you back again. Now, if you are returning if you are a caller listening to me for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning caller, an absolute privilege to have you back again. I mean, I would just got carried away in the last segment. It was so exciting to talk into my topic that I just kind of went slightly over. But I have to tell you, our International Business Growth Radio is not just a call sign. It's not just a radio station. We're a network, and for a reason, because as a family, we're here to guide and support each other. And we're just human. As on-air talent, we get excited and we just want to talk into different areas and aspects that's going to help guide you and support you better in your business. I mean, business is exciting for all of us. It is something that is a gift to share. And I just want to say, I would love for you to like and share on our IBGR.network, on our site. Come and join us on all of our social media network platforms, from Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. We are on all the social media platforms, including our fantastic app. So download our app in the iOS and Play Store and start engaging with us. And I think here's the thing that I would love to hear from you. I want to hear where your challenges are, what's been worrying you, what's bugging you, what are your success stories? I mean, share with us. What are you doing differently, and how can you actually add your voice and value to everybody around you and within our network? Now engage with our on-air talent. They are fantastic on-air talent from all over the world. And I cannot tell you, over 152 countries are listening in live on IBGR.network. Don't you want to be where everything is happening? Of course you do. You want to be there, no FOMO, no missing out, just plain simple excitement where people are collaborating for each other's success. Now, when you look at all of the different topics that we put together, it is directly related to business in every aspect, whether it is finance, whether it is legalities, whether it is managing the business, leading with influence, talking about leadership styles. We're talking into personality profiling. We're talking about human aspects. Wherever people are at, there are so many things to be guided, supported, and to work out how we can add value to each other. So when you look at my topic today and why I was so excited about it is we're talking about conflict resolution. And the simple technique of what I like about you, what you can do for me, and what I can do for you is so powerful in alleviating the disconnect within communication, within relationships, and within companies that are on the verge of striking. Now, can you imagine if you had managers and the union workers and their general employees and staff sitting around a table and for the first time actually acknowledging and praising each other for what they do good, and then giving positive guidance on where people can adjust in their behavior to communicate more effectively, and then say that they're going to support each other in asking them to change or adjust something in the behavior. Can you imagine the impact? Can you see how, in the greater picture, to have a welcoming environment where every person takes responsibility for the way they speak to people, how they project themselves, why their behaviors trigger some people, and what they can do about it, gives them the opportunity to step up immediately. Can you see the bigger picture? Can you see how this can impact lives by resolving conflict before it becomes a devastating effect on your business, on your relationships with your clients, with colleagues, even your own family? I mean, in terms of human experience, when you are in conflict with people in your home, that energy actually seeps through into the business environment and vice versa. If you're having issues with people in the work environment, with the contract that's frustrating you, with something that's bugging you, think about it. Aren't you going to be in a situation where that overwhelms you and you take that into your home? And that energy then causes you to become abrupt and brash and rude, and you make everybody else feel uncomfortable, and that creates conflict situations. It's your emotional state of being that impacts people. Now, to know that we can all guide and support each other means that we no longer depend on blame shifting. We set our intentions to grow together. I mean, isn't that the reason why we walk this earth? We set our intention to grow together. We may not always like each other, but to focus on solutions and a positive growth mindset encourages visionary thinking on a very different scale. I mean, so when I think about my greatest lesson, I believe my greatest lesson is that when we lead, we are not responsible for the emotional outbursts of every person in our team. What we are responsible for is understanding why it happened, what was the trigger, and what can we do differently for a better interaction in the future. I mean, that for me talks to a compassionate leader of influence who realizes that the human experience is a fascinating one. In fact, it's an imperative one. In order for us to succeed together, we need to seek to engage on a different emotional level. So when we're talking about what I like about you, to praise and honor a person is to uplift their spirit. To give them thoughtful guidance means that you are looking to help and support them in their personal growth, in their journey, in their personal development plan, and helping them to realign the way they feel about themselves. It improves their self-esteem, their self-confidence, uncertainty. I mean, how many people are in relationships where you're not quite sure where you fit in the relationship, how it actually, how you add value, and where is your relationship going, whether it's in business or in personal. If you don't understand what people's expectations are of you, and if they're angry and they ignore you and they don't give you the quality information you need or the quality guidance you need or the quality support you need, what is the point? Because you would start to feel not good enough in those interactions. And when you feel not good enough, you will begin to dumb down the quality of what you give to those people. Do you see how the repercussions becomes a give and take situation? If you are going to give me less, I'm going to show you the exact same thing. Come down to your level and I'll give you even more. And that's less than what you're giving me. And so when you think about it, this can become one of those vindictive environments where it just will become more and more conflicted in the way people treat each other. And that talks into a lack of respect, a lack of belief in others. It's demeaning in terms of a human being. It's demeaning in terms of embodying a character trait that is spiteful. And I think that's selfish. You see, when we think about it, there are people who just love to have outbursts and make everybody else the victims of their issues. Now that's projectile dysfunction again. Then you get people who just are so sensitive that everything is a conflict, regardless of whether you said it wrong, you said it right, whether you said it in the wrong tone or the right tone. It could be what you are wearing. It could be the weather. Anything could trigger them. And